Alright, Mike, you are going to make data sound sexy, I've been told.
Wow.
But,
It won't look it. So I did my first parkrun in 2012, which means I got a 6-digit barcode number, something I'm quite proud of. Now we're at nearly 7 million. I had first heard of it from, I think some people in my running club had spoken about how there was going to be this weekly 5K, and I remember thinking, like, is it a race? Like, what's the deal? Because it was just sort of unprecedented at that time to have this event that was every single week.
I first started running at parkrun because I'd been injured for a long time. I had a stress fracture that took about 18 months to heal, and I'd heard about an event up at Heaton Park. And so I turned up the first time, ran my way around the course and just absolutely loved it. My first impression was, I cannot believe this is free.
So I first heard about parkrun by, I think I read an article in a running magazine. It was telling me about parkrun being an event where running vests were banned or something sensationalist like that. I went along to Heaton Parkrun, absolutely loved the concept from day one. And at the time I was working in Bolton for the public health team. I took the idea back to Bolton and set up Bolton Parkrun, which started in February of 2011.
So I discovered parkrun when my daughter was about 6 months old. I bought a second-hand running buggy, took it home, put it in the corner and never used it. A complete stranger, a man who came round to quote for doing a patio at my flat, spotted the running buggy and asked whether I took it to parkrun or not. And I'd literally never even heard of parkrun. So at his insistence I went along the next week. Didn't join in because it looked absolutely terrifying to me because I wasn't a runner and there were never the buggies there. So I loitered and watched, and then next week I went and loitered and watched, and I think on week 4 when I was watching, the run director came up to me and said, look, you're here, either join in or put a high vis on and come and volunteer. And there's been no looking back since.
My involvement started, so it did, in fact, coming up on 10 years ago. And was over visiting, and as a runner I was looking for a race, so I googled, and the only thing that I could find locally within striking distance was this thing called a parkrun. And I turned up like you'd normally do for a race an hour early, and the park was empty. I thought they'd cancelled. Was about to go home when I spotted this boy putting out flags, and basically went over, chatted with him, helped set up the course, done the parkrun. Sort of a Yusser Hughes moment. Yeah, we could do that. So conversation led from there. That meant about a month and a half later, we started the first park run in Ireland in Belfast. So from there it went to, well, from there it went till today that there's nearly about 160 events, so there is in Ireland.
Many years ago now, parkrun changed my life. I used to be kind of really unfit, and I smoked, and I'd never done a day's exercise in my life. And then I discovered this thing called parkrun, and I was just like everybody else. I thought I was going to be last. I thought I had to run it all. I thought I had to train, and I was really quite stressed out about it. And then I went along to my first parkrun, and I discovered this world where I was really welcome and I was celebrated for being second to last. I discovered this whole new community that slowly but surely helped me to change my life. I went from being absolutely sedentary to, I guess, a runner.
So I became the first woman of Indian heritage to get 250, and I've done 500 park runs. On one level it don't really matter to me, but on another level I'm really proud of it, because to be able to say if somebody like me can do it. I remember the moment that I thought, God, I actually am going to be the first woman from that background to do it, and it felt a real moment. Not because it felt a moment because of any ego, but it just felt a moment because I just thought I've never been first at anything, or done anything like that. So yeah, it was quite interesting.
We recorded all that already.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you?